today we continue with our class on Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Today is class number 48. We start with Sefer Shmiras Haloshon, and the topic today is timeless message. And it says, remember upon whom the punishment of Tsaras was inflicted, upon righteous Miriam, in whose merit the miraculous well poured forth water from the time of Jews departed Egypt, until her death, almost 40 years. So it's a very interesting point. The authors say, Krias said, look upon whom the issue was. Right? It's not upon some person, unknown person. It was Miriam, in whose merit we drank water for 40 years. That's you have to have a big merit in order to provide water for the whole nation for 40 years. And that's what she was. She was tzedekit on one hand. On the other hand, when she failed and she did sin, so that's how she was punished. She was a prophetess. Okay, so not simple woman. She was a prophetess. As it is written, Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron. It says in Shmos 15:20. Okay. Her criticism was directed toward her brother, whom she loved like her own very self. As we said before, she loved him and so she did whatever she said out of love, and she was punished. And for whom she
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why in the pasuk does it say why in the pasuk does it say brother of Aaron and not brother of Moshe?
Oh, that's a good question. So I think, if I remember correctly, so Rashi said, so Moshe, so first she was a sister of Aaron, because the Moshe was the youngest one. So I think she's 2 years younger than Aaron. Right. So that's the story. So and looks like, and plus it says like she separated herself. It's not. It's that like Moshe is not her brother in some sense, even though she was. Okay, good question. Okay, so one more time the sentence. Her criticism was directed toward her brother, whom she loved like her very self, and for whom she endangered her life when she stood by the river bank when Moshe was placed in the river as an infant. So it's not simple just brother and sister that she was ready to endanger her life, right? And even ready to save him, right? She did not speak disparagingly of Moshe. She merely accorded him a status of other prophets. So commentary. Thus she faulted him for not living with his wife as other prophets did. So there is no problem. Just to understand, there is no problem for a prophet to have a relationship with his wife. I mean, that's we're not monks, we're not Christians. You're allowed to be with your wife. But Moshe, was on such a great level, right? That basically HaShem, as the Torah says, that HaShem spoke to him face to face, and he had to be ready anytime. With other prophets, the way it works, so they getting ready, they in a state of readiness to receive the prophecy, and HaShem is going to speak wherever he decides. It could be like he would say, so HaShem said that he's impure for whatever reason. Now he got pure, and in that period of time, HaShem decided to talk to him. But not so with Moshe. Like his attention was needed 24/7, basically. That's the thing. And Moshe separated from his wife. All of this 40 years in the desert. She did not speak in Moshe's presence, which might have caused him embarrassment, nor she uttered the words in public. Okay, so it's very interesting. So two separate things. So she did not speak about Moshe's presence. So we know if we embarrass somebody, it's like we said, it's like a killing, and the person loses his world and his share in the world to come. Which might have caused him embarrassment, right? And did not utter the words in public. So it's a plus to the media. Like somebody. So I shared Rabbi Rubin published new movie, Hibut HaKevin. Give you this example. and I posted in one of the local synagogues, basically. So, and I'm not sure. It's a miracle, open miracle, that why they did not kick me out. And there is one heretic. So I mean, he used to be religious, but then he veered to the left, and and he said that Rabbi Reuven is a fake rabbi. Why is he fake rabbi? Okay, why is it fake rabbi? Because he said that he in an episode about heretics, he showed his Menis Friedman Rasha. So I posted without answering. So I posted one of the Rabbi Reuven video about this Menis Friedman, like proofs. And something started, people start calling me and text me and and cursing me. I mean, this Rashas are cursing me, but I block him, and other people on a block list. So maybe they called me I'll leave a message, but they're on a block list. Baruch HaShem. So basically, they tried to embarrass me in public. I showed them finger up, you're a good guy. I mean, I'm getting all of your credits. But if something left, I mean, I'm getting whatever you have. Baruch HaShem. Good for me.
Rabbi, question.
Yes.
Why wasn't Moshe's wife punished with Lashon Hara?
Why?
Yeah. Moshe's wife.
Just one second. She did not say. Whatever she said was not the Lashon Hara. It was it was something that is called Motze Shemra. We didn't get to it yet. In this book, we didn't get to it. Motze Shemra, it's no, not Motze. I'm sorry. No. It's Motze Shemra. It's a complete lie. She said I forgot this Hebrew expression. She said dust of Lashon Hara. Dust. So it's like implying. So she said, but you're right, it's a good question. So she said, poor ladies, right? So if their husbands start to prophesy, they would separate from them. That's what she said. So implying. So it was not directly. So I mean, she didn't say that Moshe separated from me, just implying that that's what happened. And from this, Miriam learned that's what happened to this. To Tzipporah, by logical deduction. Understand?
With Miriam, didn't she just ask a question?
No. Nobody asked anybody question. So it was, I think, if I remember the story correctly, the boy was running to the Moshe and he was screaming. It says in Torah that Eidat and Meidat start prophesying in the camp. So Tzipporah said that's a poor women for their wives, because next step these prophets are going to separate from their wives. That's what she said.
What's it called? Why isn't Miriam considered dust of Lashon Hara? What did she do that made it actually?
No, not Miriam. Tzipporah. So she implied. So from her statement, Tzipporah, Moshe's wife, from her statement, we can deduce that that's what Moshe did.
Yeah, exactly. But that Tzipporah is dust of Lashon Hara, right? And Miriam is actual Lashon Hara, correct?
Lashon Hara, yes, because Miriam went to Aaron, right? And then she sent to Aaron that what is it? Moshe thinks that all prophets have to separate from their wives. You're prophet, I'm prophetess. We don't separate from our spouses.
Uh-huh.
You understand? So, she was trying she did not try, as for sure, to put the Moshe down. She was saying this poor Tzipporah, maybe he's going to religious somehow. You understand? So maybe he's too machmir. Maybe step back. I'm also a prophet. I'm also a prophetess. So I don't separate from my husband. That's what. But that's what the statement was. But if you look at it, it's like it sounds like pure Lashon Hara. So the intention was the best intention out of love to her brother, little brother. Absolutely. Go ahead.
So here we learn not to call people fanatics, right? Because Miriam was basically saying, Moshe.
Of course. That's like you're right 100%. So all of the things that I heard from people that saying for me that it is fanatic and this and that, and I was always tell them it's you. I apologize. You say only out of ignorance. It's a basic halacha. Basic. I go in most of the things like this is basic halacha, and sometimes Mishnah Brura says this is who does this is not going to lose and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm trying to keep basic. Basic, it's a lot. So but people, because of their ignorance, because they do not learn, they learn from Torah from Menis Friedman Rasha. So they think that he's a big tzaddik. You understand? So it's all because of the ignorance. So you're right. So people call somebody to fanatic because of the ignorance. It's not nothing fanatic about it.
Okay. Can you give us one example of a halacha people usually call you a fanatic for, like a basic halacha that people?
Okay, so like simple, like the most common. So I would say can you come there? I mean, so I would say that I cannot come there. Why? I said that they're going to be naked ladies there. Not everybody. They say no. I said not modern Orthodox, right? They like all of this, like everything's open, all this is like tight. It's not modest. So why should I? Like, why would you invite me to Gehenna? You wanna go? You go. Don't invite me. Basically, people got the mess now to you. I said it's not too religious. You understand? Or go to somebody's house to eat. You understand? This guy never learned his life. Never. One time I went to the show, and it was it Chalamot Pesach or was it before Pesach? Like I don't remember, right? And it was Shabbos. It was like Shabbos afternoon, and then the Rabbi was speaking, and he said, any questions? And people started asking questions, and I look around. You see that, and they asking questions. So I was baffled. Like, what did you do until now if you don't know these basics? Like basics of the basics of the basics. Do you understand? So and one or two of these people, they came to my house, Baruch HaShem, like a long time ago, and then they want to be nice and they invite me back. So how can I go into your house and eat if you don't know simple halach, simple of the simplest? You understand? And if they not embarrassed to ask this rabbi in public this question, it's like people usually try to hide. Like if they know some people try to hide, but these people, but everybody look at this guy. Whoa, what a question! Like and I look around, like nobody knew the answer. It's like everybody in my classes, 100% guarantee they know the answer. Guarantee. You understand about Pesach? It's scary. It's absolutely scary. So, okay.
But why don't you dominate a different shul if you have people like that? Isn't it better to go to a different shul?
No. I went to the shul for whatever reason. I don't remember. It's closer to me. You see, it's closer to me. So sometimes, but I mean, I don't do that any longer because for whatever reason. But it's closer to me, and sometimes I'm tired. You know, so I want to go to like 2 minutes from me, 2 minutes from my house, then 15 or 20 minutes walk. You understand? So that's the thing. But then this okay. So basically, people do not learn; they learn from this rabbi. So even if let's say if this let's say that this is kosher rabbi, which he's not, right? So I mean, and he has only half an hour. On Shabbos day, like what can he teach him half an hour? You understand? They eating and he's talking. I mean, they into fish in tuna fish. What are they going to listen to him? I mean, even if you try, I mean, it's useless. And unless person learns by himself, I mean, in a group, whatever. In learns beside this, it's unfortunately okay. Baruch HaShem. Continue. So basically, she did not say it in public, like this clown. He cursed me. Unbelievable. Whatever she said that was spoken between herself and her righteous brother Aaron, right? So nobody else heard. That's what we said. Her intention were purely for the sake of heaven. She wants only best for her brother and for the shalom bayis between him and his wife. That's fact. Moreover, Moshe, upon being informed of her words, bore no ill will. It's not like he was embarrassed, he was offended. No, absolutely not. As it is written, now the man Moshe was exceedingly humble. So in this case, in this situation, it says about Moshe, it was exceedingly humble. Not just humble, very humble. Mm-hmm. So, and from this, know that no man ever is going to be as humble as Moshe. Nobody ever.
Okay. Question. It's not like off topic. It's on this, but it might be a little. So basically, the Gemara, I think it was in Shabbos, page 86, 87. It talks about 3 things that Moshe Rabbeinu did that HaShem didn't tell him to do, but he agreed with.
Okay.
This was one of the things. Okay. So my question is, HaShem is willing to lie to keep Sarah Imenu and Avram together. So
no, not lie. Don't say that HaShem was lying. So he was ready to alternate the truth. We don't say that HaShem lied. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Alternate.
Yes.
Alternate the truth. Okay. But over here, so why would he agree? Okay, sure, a Gemara can do Kazir Shav, I can do this. But either way, it's a Shalom Bais problems. If Hashem was willing to go to that level for Avram and Sarah Imenu,
so here,
over here, he should also.
I think that the answer to the question was in the beginning. So they said that Miriam, the righteous one, and she loves her brother. And she did with a pure intention and stuff like that. And she's prophetess herself, and nevertheless she was punished. So it is a reminder for all of the generations to come. So you're not a sister or brother of Moshe Rabbeinu. You're not righteous. You're not prophet. You're not this. You're not that. What are you doing? If she was punished, and needless to say, God forbid, we are going to be punished. You understand? So I think all of these examples. That we know that like all of these things that we learn from David HaMelech, it's unbelievable. So, and some people said that he did this, and I said, stop it, you're so stupid. So people don't know, like they know a little story about Bathsheba. They draw all of the conclusions in the world about the holiest person ever lived. Okay, so basically all of these stories were put in the Torah to show you that even if these people fail, so you have to be on guard. So don't let yourself like lose and speak with Helonim, right? We're not religious people, right? So it says clearly we learn in Hilchot Diot. I think we learn it there. So if this he's a great tzaddik and he's valued as a gold, if he start eating with sit at the same table and eat with simple people, he's valued as a silver. And he is joke with them. It's like earthenware vessel, shards. Not even in a vessel, the shards, the broken vessel. Understand? So okay. So continue. Despite all of the above, Miriam was punished with tzaras. So with all of the, but again, it's not because of her. It's all like a lesson for us to learn. Remember upon whom it was inflicted. Torah relates that the people did not journey until Miriam was cured and brought into the camp. So basically, but you see, the whole nation was waiting for her. And you see the respect. Hashem said, "No, we're not moving without Miriam. 7 days we're going to learn for it. Wait for it." Okay, it says Bamidbar 12:15. Miriam's exceptional merits were not enough to allow her punishment to be deferred until the nation had arrived in the next destination, where her condition would have drawn less attention. It's a very interesting point. So if HaShem would want to hide it, right? So she would do it to her when they were stationed somewhere. So she's behind, to send her out of the camp. Nobody would notice. I mean, people would notice, but not as much as we were supposed to move. And why we're not moving? Why? Because we're waiting for Miriam. So it's even more embarrassing.
Wait, Rabbi, Miriam was outside the camp for 1 week or 2 weeks?
No, 7 days. 1 week.
Okay.
But why? Because Moshe, we're going to get to the Moshe prayed for him. So when we have this mitzvah to visit the sick people, and mitzvah is, so Rambam said, and the other poskim explained that you come to visit the sick person, not to chit chat with him. No, you come to see him and pray for that person. So it's better one time to see, somebody's laying in a bed, there's tubes sticking out of his nose and stuff like that, and he's a pale blue or pale skin, right? So in this case, when you pray for his recovery, it would be more sincere that when you just heard this guy got sick. Okay. She was punished on the way, and her disgrace became known to all. Remember where the episode of Miriam's affliction occurred. Basically, that it was on the way that everybody knew. Okay, so we stop here. So about upcoming Rosh Hashanah tomorrow. So there is the biggest mitzvah on Rosh Hashanah is to hear shofar. Right, so you have to if you need to go to the restroom, go during the beginning of the prayers, not in the second part of the prayer. So to make sure that you don't skip the sounds of shofar. So basically, this guy, the person who is going to blow shofar, most likely it's Chazan who leads to the prayer, but many times it's not. Many times yes, many times not. Depends on the shul or custom of the shul. So because you need you have to understand. Usually it's after the little kiddush. If they have little kiddush, so it's after. So he has some strength, the guy who blows. Otherwise, if it's, let's say it's 11 a.m. and the guy didn't eat, did not drink, so it's not so easy, unless he drank before. A little coffee before the prayers, right? And so when he said the blessing on a shofar, so you have to listen very attentively to the blessing and answer amen, right? So in this case, so he has intention to include everybody in his blessing, right? Because everybody, and unless you hear shofar from somebody else, you have to blow shofar yourself. That's a halakha, right? So he says the blessing, you listen to the blessing, answer amen, and he blows, and let's see, you just listen to him and think of Teshuvah. That's the whole thing, and read your mussar with many pages. But okay, yeah, go ahead.
Let's say you have to go to the bathroom and he's about to blow shofar. Can I stay for shofar?
Yes, it's better for you to stay for a shofar, not to go to the bathroom. Yes.
But even if I have to go to the bathrooms when he's saying the brachas, I can just say amen and it covers it?
You see, this blowing, between the whole blowing, first set, I don't know, it takes less than a minute. It's not I don't know, it's not a very long procedure. So he says, blessing, he starts blowing less than a minute.
I agree with you, but I'm saying it's a problem if you have to go in under 72 minutes, no? That's
yeah. So okay, that's what I said. We try to we go before, usually they have a break. So when they have break, don't talk to anybody. Go to the bathroom. That's what I do. And many times it's a line in the bathroom because that's when everybody goes. Yeah, you understand. So try to make sure that you went to the bathroom. So you clean. The body is clean, as we said before, and you're ready to hear the shofar. That's it. So basically, that's a big mitzvah. Yeah.
How I think it's during Musaf. I think it is where you have to prostrate yourself on the ground. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. So how does someone standing with 2 feet together? You know, everybody's crammed. It's a lot of people in it.
No.
What's
No. You're talking about this guy, the Chazan. Yes.
Oh, the Chazan only does it.
What?
Only the Chazan does it?
No. Sorry. Step back. So the Chazan. So we're talking about a repetition of Shmona Esrei. Right? What is actually in the Aleinu Shabeach, I think that's when we bow. Do we bow during the Shmona Esrei? Maybe I don't know. I think so. It's been a year, and we done that. So let's say it's during the Shmona Esrei. Let's say during the Yom Kippur. I think it's during Shmona Esrei. Right? So repetition of Shmona Esrei. It's repetition. So you're not obligated to stand. I always stand. But there is no obligation to stand. Basically, I'm talking about regular days. So during the repetition Shemona Esrei, you can sit down if you want. You understand? There's no prohibition. So you can sit down if you don't feel you feel weak, you feel tired, whatever. But so basically, when you don't have to stand with your feet together. He does. The Chazan does. That's the problem. So usually when he bows down. Right, during this thing, it's not easy for him to get up. So usually 2 people are trying to help him up. Agree? I mean, with the standing, with your feet together, and usually it's not the most athletic person, right? For whatever reason, so it's not for him to get up so easily with his to keep his feet together. So usually 2 people come and grab him under the arms and try to help him up. So that's usually the procedure.
How long is the Shemona Esrei on Rosh Hashanah?
I don't know. It depends how much he's going to sing.
Understood.
So it's a regular Shemona Esrei, like first 3 brachas, and then I don't know, 40 minutes or so.
Oh, wow. What's it called? So for mussar, for example, I know mussar for us, let's say just the mussar without the repetition is going to be about an hour. So my question is like this: after the repetition, during the repetition, is it okay for me to still keep on davening mussar, or is it better to listen to the repetition?
No. What's up? Your obligation comes first. So you continue. If you're behind, you continue down. You don't stop mussar. You continue.
Oh, sorry.
But your mussar is shorter, much shorter. Repetition, I would say 3 times or 4 times longer than the private prayer. You understand? So, I mean, just keep in mind. So basically, even if you down slower, it's not much slower than. You. Basically, you have a lot of time to down the repetition together.
And last question: Am I allowed to study Torah while he's repeating the?
No. It's never. We're never allowed to study Torah. So, but if people do, and some people told me, but they are knowledgeable people, and they told me, but there are tzaddikim who did. I don't know. Don't ask me. Shulchan Aruch says one thing, he does different thing. Okay, it's between. Okay, don't. Okay, I go by Shulchan Aruch. I don't go by big tzaddikim. You understand? Okay, so let's see. So Baruch HaShem, Israel. Any questions? You're good with whatever we said.
About Rosh HaShanah.
Yes.
There is like 10 days of Shabbat. All restrictions.
No. Only 2 days. So we have Rosh Hashanah on Tuesday, which starts on Monday night, right? Tomorrow night, and Wednesday, 2 days. Then on Thursday we have a fast, right? Tzom Gedalia. So we fast. It's only day fast. It does not start at night. It started like 5 in the morning, wherever it starts, right?
So there are two to fast, and at the beginning, at the end also.
No, what's else? So we have 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, so it's Tuesday and Wednesday, and on Thursday you have fast. So some people, I know what he's saying. So some people fast on Erev Rosh Hashanah. Some people fast on Monday. Yes, it is true. Some people, but other people don't. I mean, that's Midas Hasidus. We try to do like to not to fast. You understand?
And until Yom Kippur, are anybody allowed to work or not?
Yes, yeah. You're allowed to work. So basically, yes, yeah.
Because
So
I thought all the holiday was like 10 Shabbats in a row.
No, it's not these days. So until Yom Kippur, you're allowed to work. Yes.
Oh,
Rabbi, but you're allowed to carry on the Yom Tov, right?
Only the things that are needed for Yom Tov.
Mm-hmm.
Not something like you borrowed a chair from your neighbor, and now 3 years later you decide to return the chair. No, this is not. And so, if he asks you, and this is Yom Tov necessity, yeah, you can return his chair. Yes.
Understood. But am I allowed to buy food on Yom Tov or no?
No.
Not allowed.
So, and plus, so about what is the difference in a few words? What is the difference between Shabbos and Yom Tov? What is the difference? So on Yom Tov, on some things are easier and some things are more strict. So the easier things is that we can cook on Yom Tov, but only on that day. Only on that day. So, for example, we celebrate Yom Tov, Rosh Hashanah. Let's say Rosh Hashanah, 2 days. So, on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, you're allowed to cook for the first day, not for the second day. You understand? So, if you want a fresh food, that's what you do. So, and basically, all of the other melachas are also you can do. So, basically, you can slaughter. Okay, we don't do that, but basically, if you want to do shchita on Yom Tov, so you can technically do. Today we don't do because we have refrigerators and stuff like that. So, but in olden days when it was impossible to preserve meat, unless you salt it a lot, basically, yeah. So they were allowed to do shchita. Okay, that's one thing. So you can cook whatever needs to be cooked. And second thing, you can carry whatever is needed for Yom Tov. You can carry whatever is not needed for Yom Tov. You're not allowed to carry.
So what's the like basic line between needed for Yom Tov and not needed for Yom Tov? What's the you give?
Okay, so I give you one classic example. I would say classic example. So okay, so it's let's say it's Pesach, right? Let's say Pesach, right? And you have your own Haggadah that you like very much, and you highlighted things that you want to say from this Haggadah, and you're invited on the second night, not first, on second night to somebody's house. So you're not allowed to carry this Haggadah. For example, you decided, you agreed that you're going to this guy's house. First, you're going to his shul, you're going to pray together, and then after the prayers, you're going to go to his house. Okay, so basically you're not allowed to carry this Haggadah. Why? Because this Haggadah is not needed for today. This Haggadah is needed for the next day, and you're not allowed to prepare on one day for the second day. You understand? So the solution is, there is always a solution. So if you for example, you went to Mincha there. So Mincha is still previous is the first day, and if you want to study from that Haggadah, like few lines to prepare whatever you want to say to review, there is no problem. Then you carry it to the shul for the purpose of this day, the first day, and you can carry it after like Marif. So it's you accepted the today's second day. You can carry it to this guy's house. Otherwise, it's not permitted. So I think that's a perfect example.
So I have a question for you. Let's say I have like 3 books, right? To study Torah at the basement. I'm allowed to carry them. I know I'm allowed to carry them.
Yes.
But my question is, am I allowed to carry them in a backpack? Am I allowed to take them?
Yes.
Allowed.
Yes. With a condition that there are no muktzeh in that backpack. For example, I don't know, maybe you have extra batteries for, I don't know, or you have changed that, like waters or whatever. So you can always shake off these things, right? For example, there's muktzah in your backpack and it is needed for the Yom Tov need, so you can shake it somewhere, like without touching.
And once again, malachas on Yom Tov or deraisa still, correct?
Yeah, exactly on Shabbos, exactly on Shabbos. So only a few restrictions, right? So there is some stricter part. I don't remember exactly, but it's stricter part with the muktzah. Like in some senses, the Yom Tov is treated stricter than the Shabbos. Something with the animals. I don't remember what I mean. Something with the animals, like touching animals. I don't remember stuff like that. Okay, so we good?
Understood. Yes.
Israel, you good? Any questions? We continue? Okay, continue. All right, so let's see, what time is it? All right, so we start, CF 17, and the topic is laws of recitation of the Shema. Okay. Contain 2 CFim, so 10 CFim meaning 10 paragraphs. Okay. Introduction. There is a biblical obligation to recite Shema twice daily, once in the evening, once in the morning. This is derived from the verse Dvarim 6:7. In the first paragraph of Shema, that it states, "And you shall teach them thoroughly to your children, and you shall speak of them while you sit in your home, and while you go on the way, and when you lie down, and when you arise." Also, it just expounded the verses, the phrases, "when you lie down and when you arise," to mean that the passage must be recited at night, at the time when people lie down, and in the morning when people arise. Okay, it's actually from Talmud Brachas 10b. Okay, go ahead.
Rabbi, question. Since Amida is one thing about re-saying Amida. Why? Because it's deraisa. Because you might be saying it.
No. Amida is not deraisa. Amida is.
No. That's not. I'm saying you might say Hashem's name against deraisa because it might be. You might not need to say it a second time. You might not need to say the sentence and so on and so forth.
No, but it's okay. All right, go.
Yeah,
go ahead.
But the thing is, for Shema, we don't have that problem. Why? Because it's a pasuk. So my question is like this. Let's say you're not sure if you said echod or ehod. Okay, you're not sure if you said it with a hey or a hes. Now, my question is, after I say Shema, and since it's deraisa, do I have to say it again if I'm not sure?
I think we're going to learn here. Let's leave it for later on.
You said chapter 17, correct?
17, yes. Siman. Okay. So I mean, let's go one by one. He's going to explain all of these cases, all of the mistakes, all of the doubts. The Shema consists of the scriptural passages. The first, which begins with the verse, Shema Yisrael, HaShem Elokeinu, HaShem Echad, which means, "Hear, O Israel, HaShem is our God, HaShem is the one and only." Okay, it consists of the verses in Dvarim, chapter 6, verses 4 through 9. The reciting this passage, and especially the first verse, we accept upon ourselves the sovereignty of heaven. So that's how important. So we accept that HaShem is our king, basically. Commentary, see Brachas 13a. The word HaShem Elokeinu, HaShem is our God, denotes the acceptance of sovereignty of HaShem as our God. So that's very important when we say this verse. That's what we should mean, that we accept HaShem as our supreme leader. So basically, it's very interesting. Rabbi Reuven said, some people ask, Rabbi, can you be my rabbi? So it's not my decision. It's your decision. So you have to accept upon yourself that I'm going to be a rabbi and you're going to listen to me. You understand? I cannot force you. to be your Rami, right? It's your decision. I think in some sense, that's a similar idea, right? That we say, HaShem, please be our ruler. I want to do whatever you say. Continue. The second passage, which begins with the words, V'chayu im shamoya, it's second paragraph, big paragraph, second big paragraph. And it will be that if you hearken, consists of the verse in Dvarim, chapter 11, verses 13 through 21. This passage too includes an injunction to teach them to your children when you lie down and when you arise. So basically same idea, commentary. According to some authorities, however, the obligation to recite the second passage is of the rabbinic and not biblical origin, Simishna Brura. So as David told us before, right? So as we said, not everybody agree that it's all three biblical, so maybe it's only one biblical and other rabbinical, okay. But we go by a stricter opinion, basically. But if you have no choice, okay, you go by you can say one paragraph because you have no choice for whatever reason. But basically,
is a Paisik allowed to go by his own opinion, even though there's a stringent opinion for Deraisa?
He can a person can always go by his opinion if it's has somebody to rely upon. Did he get your question right? So
a Paisik, like he, you know.
Yes. But even though today, no, so today he cannot make up his own halachas. Basically, if somebody else said this halacha or similar to this, and he said this is a very similar situations. So to be the posek, for example, I'm learning Igras Moshe with somebody. So and it's a response of Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal, and you see how he goes to Gemara and then start to analyze it like how this question that he's asked is compared to Gemara. So many people had the problem with Rav Moshe. What was the problem? Because he skipped all of this poskim that came between Gemara and today. So I mean, like in a later time, he would come back and say. So first he started the analysis directly in Gemara and other things, right? And then he comes and says, well, Shulchan Aruch says what this said and what others say, but he started from the beginning. And many times he said that this is not like this. This situation is not like what they're discussing. So basically, Posek cannot make his own halacha. It has to be based on our existing halacha. You understand? So, but of course, you can always go stringently. Many times, Shulchan Aruch said, if you go stringently, you're going to be blessed. But we, as we spoke before, as we discussed, so you have to need like some direction when to go stringently and one not to go stringently, right? So, and many people, they go like in some things, they want to go to the mikveh, right? They want every day to be spiritually high, and then on pizza, they say mezonos. So it's better that he did not dip in the mikveh 1 second in his life than say on pizza mezonos. You understand? So that's the thing. So people don't know like when to apply their things. But go ahead, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So with halacha, you said at certain times, let's say Mishnah Berurah says it's better to go stringent, will be blessed on so forth.
Yes.
But for example, like I told you, I keep going back to this example. But let's say undressing under your bed. People don't do that today. You agreed. So when is it right not to do a halacha? Because people over here, they don't do this halacha. When is it okay not to do a halacha b'chal?
So since it's accepted practice today not to do it, so you're not obligated to do it. So but save this energy what you have and put in something that is more valuable, like not more valuable, that it is today people should do it. Like many people, for example, on a slice of pizza, they wash their hands. Right? Because the only difference between mezonos and chamotz, I promise you, it's the only difference. So they would tell you, and they go with a finger like this and like that, and they will go to give you sources. Everything is correct, but bottom line, you have to go on the bottom line. What pushes them to go by that opinion? It's only one reason, only one reason. Why? They were ungrateful. They do not want to say HaShem, thank you. That's it. That's all. How much it costs them? Zero, absolutely zero. And it says the biggest blessing in Parnasa, in all of the blessings, comes from what? From saying thank you to HaShem for Birchas Hamazon. If I know that, many of these people know.
Uh-huh.
You understand? And still, because of the taiva, because of the desire to shortchange HaShem, they will say, no, only if you eat 2 slices and maybe this is stop. You understand? Okay. So if you have opportunity to thank HaShem that your body works, that you can breathe, you can go to the bathroom, you can do all of these things, and you also say Birchas Hamazon. What is the problem?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is it also the custom? For example, we have to we have to daven from a sitter. Do we have to bench from a sitter? Is that in the halacha or no?
They say it is very, very recommended, because you see, many people know all these things by heart. By heart, if they start from I don't know, 5 years old. So how many times he repeated in his life? He knows all of this. I know people. This person that I learned, Igras Moshe, I think he knows davening by heart. I mean, he's has on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. He know. I asked him, but I said, but how do you know all of these tunes where to sing? He said, after so many years, you know. He said, I know the davening. I mean, what is the problem? But still, he looks in the siddur just to make sure that his mind is not wandering. You understand? So sometimes, unfortunately, it happens to me. So I read Birchas Hamazon and I say it automatically, and my mind is not here. I apologize before HaShem many times, and then I try to find where am I myself in a bench. You understand? So this page or another page. I mean, I say the words, but sometimes that's the issue. So, but when you follow with your finger, and you see the words, so it's absolutely it's best, better concentration. That's the thing.
Small question before we go, very small. So Mayim Achronim, right? Are we allowed to say Mayim Achronim first, and then say the Tehillim, and then say Birchas Hamazon, or we have to say the Tehillim?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. That's the proper way. Yes. So
first say the Tehillim.
Yes. Then you do Mayim Achronim. Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
So, but you're right. You don't know what's up. But you're right. Some people do it. They say before. I don't know what is the cut. Why? I mean, maybe Sepharim. I don't know who do it. But I saw maybe Chabad. I'm not sure. But okay. But basically, with this Mayim Achronim is also who should wash. So one rabbi that I like very much. I don't listen to him, but I still like him very much. So he said that this formula is very simple. So if you did Mayim Rishonim, you have to do Mayim Achronim. So if women did Mayim Achronim, Mayim Rishonim, they have to do Mayim Achronim also. So everybody is allowed. I mean, obligated. In my house, everybody does, unless they are machmir with a micro stand. Okay. So continue. The third passage, which begins the words Vayimru, and HaShem said, consists of the verses by Midbar 15, verses 37 to 41, which mention Exodus from Egypt. The sages instituted that this passage is recited with the Shema in order to fulfill biblical mitzvah of remembrance the Exodus of Egypt. So, which is very important. So every day we have to, several times a day, so we have to mention the Exodus of Egypt. So, okay. So let's see, number 4 commentary. Although there are many passages in the Torah that contains mention of Exodus, this particular passage was chosen since it also contains many central ideas of the Torah. See Brachas 12b, Rambam, Hilchas Krias Shema, Lecha Mishnah, etc. Okay, so that's what we said. All right, so Continue. It was like introduction, and now we continue with Shulchan Aruch. CF number 1. The beginning of time for a recitation of the morning Shema is the same as the earliest time for donning Tefillin. Okay, so I mean the formula is very, very simple. So the first time you're allowed to do Tefillin, so that's when the first opportunity for the Shema arises. Okay. So let's see. So commentary.
Right.
There is when? Yeah.
So I had this type of question. So back then, in the times of the Gemara, for example, where it says 6 feet to recognize someone, right? That's when you're allowed to say it, right?
That's okay. So that's the next commentary. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So basically, back then it makes sense. Why? Because you go somewhere, let's say Mexico right now, even over there, they don't have, let's say, companies like they do over here in America, so on and so forth. And there's a lot more, let's say, air pollution or something, and it's much brighter in New York than it is in Mexico. So I can notice someone across, pretty much across the street. I can notice their face right away over here. Not because
we're talking about people that you somewhat acquainted, not your friend that you see every day. It's not that. So the people that you're like in a constant contact. So you know the way they walk and stuff like that. So for example, I know like from a distance, like when somebody moves, I already know that this person. I mean, because we all move differently. Okay, so let's see this commentary. It is when the light enough that one can recognize a person with whom he's somewhat acquainted, by the light of day. Okay, this time is referred as Meshyakir. See Appendix B for the various opinions as to precise timing of Meshyakir. I mean, we have this application, but I use it my Zmanim, so they have this time for first Shema for 1,000 film. Most people do not arise earlier. The sages deemed this primary time for and when you arise. Okay, so it's primary time when you arise. However, in cases of pressing need, one may rely on biblical law and that allow one to reach Shema earlier from Alos Hashachar, the light of dawn. Since some people do arise then. See Mishnah Berurah 58:2, Shulchan Aruch 58:3, and Mishnah Berurah 58:12 for parameters of this permit. So basically, if somebody, like for example, I was working many years in this company. It's in different state, and I have to take 3 trains to get to that work. And I was on morning supported, meaning that I had to be there by 8 a.m. By 8 a.m., meaning it's like quarter to 8. It's crazy. So many years I would pray at home by myself. Many years, like many years. And many times I would have to rely on this lenient opinion. Like I would start much, like even sometimes like in the winter before the dawn, for sure, much before the dawn. So and many times I would put my talis in tefillin, so for the Shema, but without blessing, because it's not allowed to say blessing at the time. And many times I would say this blessing on talis tefillin. It's unbelievable. It's hard to believe that I was doing this right before the psalm of the day. Meaning after like 3 minutes before I finished downing completely. That's how early I had to start. But as Mishnah Berurah says, if you have no choice, and that's the only reason, the only time available for you to pray, that's you pray earlier. But most accepted thing is from the dawn, from the light of dawn. So you're allowed to start praying. Which is the difference? I don't remember what is the difference. Maybe 20 minutes, 25. I don't remember. Like it depends on the season, of course. So, but this 20 minutes, 25 minutes makes a big difference when you try to get to work, basically. Okay, continue. Note the order of the various halachic time points in a transition from the night to morning, as they pertain to the halachas. Number 1, Alos Hashachar. So we're going to explain, what is it, note 8. Misheakir, explained above, and Chanetz, Chachama, sunrise. Right? So sunrise, we said it's the best to start saying Shmona Esrog is the sunrise. So when all these people who go Vasikin, it means like dedicated one, the first minyan available. So I went a few times. It's like these people, it's like an army, like a soldiers. So the guy who prays in front, so he has a schedule, and every day is different. So every 1 minute, 30 seconds, whatever, and he has precise atomic clock. It's unbelievable. So he has to like coincide. So let's say sunrise today is 6:10. So he has to finish his all of this preparation, Psuki de Zimra, by 6:10. Right, 6:10 is 33 seconds. So in order to start Shema together at that time, it's unbelievable. These people, and of course, I mean, after so many years, they know precisely how long, how many seconds each paragraph takes. I mean, and people do not rush. These people do everything proper. I mean, if you get up at 4 a.m. or whatever in the summer, so I mean, you better be dedicated. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. So it's those are very special people, to say the least. Okay, continue. The time for a recitation continues until the fourth of the day passed. Fourth of the day, right? So basically, the day is 12 hours. Okay, maybe they're going to explain.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, for example, the morning brachas, say before we go to shul, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Is it the same with the Shema, and that's why we say it in the Akedah after the Akedah?
Yes, yes. Just in case if something happened and it's going to be delayed, especially on holidays or holidays on Shabbos, like when they start much late. But in order to have it, so to say Shema is the earliest opportunity. What is the earliest opportunity? When I just got up, right, and I say all of these psukim that I could, blessings on the Torah, because it's part of the Torah, as we just said, Shema, right, on all learning of the Torah, all the morning blessings, and then you say the Shema. So it's very, basically it's the first opportune time to say that.
Are you allowed to say brachas while in your bed or no?
Yeah. I mean, if person is sick, yes, but properly to brush his teeth, because there is like saliva on the build of bad breath that build up in a person's mouth. He has to brush his teeth first. But for example, the person does not feel well, right? So he went to brush his teeth, and he went lay to bed on the side, not on the back, not on the stomach, on the side. He can say morning brachas, yes. All right, continue. Let's try to finish maybe a little more.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so one more time the whole sentence. The time for the recitation continues until the fourth of the day passed. Commentary. Although most people arise earlier, since royalty would still arise at the time, it can still be considered and when you arise. Ufkumecha. No? Mishnah Berurah. So royalty is this time. Okay. So I mean, it's like the last. So we assume that the king would arise last, right? So okay, but to accommodate basically this king, so we go by this time. However, although one can fulfill the obligation of reciting Shema until this time, he should not delay, but should recite it as early as possible. Exactly as we said. So when you say this blessing, so the first opportunity arises, you say Shema. Okay, what Shema? You say Shema Yisrael in the first paragraph. That's enough according to some poskim on biblical level. Okay, because why? Because you're going to shul, and in the shul, most likely that, for example, if during the weekdays, that you're going to say these 3 paragraphs, repeat these paragraphs in the proper time.
Right. Rabbi, question. This is okay. This is already off topic at least a little bit.
But let's keep off topic after.
Okay, no
Well,
problem.
let me finish. I'm trying to finish just this paragraph. This is calculated according to the particular length of each day, meaning these seasonal hours. Whereas when long, whether it is long, whether it's short. So let's see. So here's the calculation. Accordingly, on a short winter day, the fourth of the day is completed closer to the sunrise. Right? Then it is a longer summer days. See, however, below in the CF that the time of the Shema ends earlier in the summer because the sunrise is so early. This calculation are made through the hour whose lengths are determined by the season. These various hours are the units obtained by dividing the daylight hours into the 12 equal segments. Each segment is then referred to an hour. This time, the time for a recitation of the Shema ends in the ends of the three of these hours, which is the fourth of the day. See appendix for editorial clauses. So let's explain what we just said in simple language. So basically, what we do, we take a day, right, 24-hour day, and we divide it in two parts. One part is day, one part is night. To simplify, there are two approaches. Just to illustration purposes. So let's say there is one approach. We take day starting from sunrise until sunset. Right? So, and another approach from dawn until the nightfall. Okay, simple. This or this doesn't matter. So from this to this, from sunrise to sunset, it's we say 12 hours, and the rest of the night is also 12 hours. Right, so it's always equal 12 hours. So and then we divide and we see how many minutes is in a day hour, right? In a day. So basically, in a summer, 1 hour seasonal hour could be I'm not sure exactly, but let's say an hour and 15 minutes, maybe even more, maybe 1 hour 72 minutes. So it's not 60 minutes, hour minutes. But 72 minutes, 78 minutes, let's say, right? And in the winter, 1 hour could be 45 minutes, 43 minutes. So it's also possible. So basically, that's what we call seasonal hours because they connected to the season. So since in a summer, the hours on one hand it's longer. Right, it's longer, but on another hand, it starts early. It could start like 4:30 a.m. I don't know, like something, right? So the third hour, the third hour is going to be like 9, let's say, 9:15, 9:30. So very early. So, but in winter it could be like 10, right, something like that. So you have more time. So that's what they're trying to explain. Okay, a little more, and we start. 7, continue. For the purpose of calculation, the length of the day is calculated from the first light of dawn, right? So first light of dawn until the appearance of the stars. There is a nightfall. Okay, so that's one opinion. So let's see commentary. Literally, the rising of the dawn. This refers to the very first light of the dawn that appears in the eastern horizon. So technically dawn, right? Before it's around, I don't know, like 40 minutes before the sunrise, like much before the sunrise. According to many authorities, however, this time refers to the spread of the light across the entire eastern horizon, which occurs a bit later. See Mishnah Berurah 58:18, Bir Halacha, Mishnah Berurah. Okay, so basically, as we said, there are a few opinions. That's why, if you look at in a calculation of the time, so you would say there is a Magen Avraham and there is a Gra, right? So Gra and others, right? So it's different times. So one calculate from sunrise to sunset, and one calculate from the dawn until the stars. So that's basically the difference. Pure stars, nightfall. Okay, commentary. This is so now we commenting on from the first side of dawn, so we just commented until the appearance of the stars. There is nightfall. Okay, so as we know, there are three sets of stars, right? Three sets of stars. So one is the bigger stars, the larger stars, so you can see them much earlier than medium stars, and then the small stars. Okay, so let's see about the stars. This is defined at the moment when three mid-size, so now we're talking mid-size, star become visible in the sky. Mishnah Berurah 235.1. The period of Kitzur, which calculates the day from Alas HaShachar until the nightfall, is from Magid Avraham. So Magid Avraham states from Alas HaShachar to the nightfall. 1 second, okay. So 1 second. So one more time. The Alas HaShachar. Just 1 second. Alas HaShachar. We said it's. Literally, the rising dawn. This refers to the very first rays of day, dawn, and appears in the eastern horizon, basically. Okay, so it's from dawn. So one more time, the opinion of the Kitzur calculated the day from Alas HaShachar until nightfall. That is a Magid Avraham. The Mishnah Berurah's the opinion recites the opinion of the Gra, as we said, that the day is calculated from sunrise, which is later than Alas HaShachar. So I apologize, it's opposite. So Gra said it's from, so Magid Avraham, it says from dawn, and Gra said it's from sunrise, basically. Sunrise, which is later than Alas HaShachar, as we said, like, I don't know, like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, depends on the season, until sunset. Okay, so Gra said from sunrise until sunset. Okay. So that's why Gra is always later on in a day, right? Because it starts later. One more time, the Mishnah Berurah says opinion of the Gra that the day is calculated from the sunrise, which is later than Alas HaShachar, than the dawn, of course, until the sunset, which is earlier than nightfall. So basically, according to Gra, the day is shorter. Therefore, day in each hour of the day calculated according to Gra is shorter than those calculated by Magen Avraham. Okay, so I think we can stop here. Just to summarize, two opinions. One is from dawn, right? Dawn until the nightfall, and second, so it's the day is longer. And second, it's Magen Avraham. Gra said from sunrise until the sunset, so they much shorter. I would say like in our approximately, like I would say maybe an hour, like an hour and a half shorter, in like plus minus. Okay, so we stop here. Of course, we didn't finish, but okay. Any questions on what we said? Or yeah, go ahead.
So my question is going to be like this. So I ask a lot of people, two people I asked when I davened Shacharis twice. I had to daven a bit more. And so I took off my tefillin in the middle, right? When everybody finished, I came back and I put it back on, okay? I was thinking, should I put it back on? Should I not put it back on? Because I had, for example, some Psukkei D'Zimras to say left. So do I have to put it back on for Psukkei D'Zimra? If I took it off, let's say I came late for Psukkei D'Zimra, said everything else with them, had to use the bathroom in the middle or something. Yeah. So do I? No,
you're not obligated to put it back on. Mm-hmm. So the main point of for you, I mean, not for you, for everybody, is to pray the Shema and Shmona Esrei with Tefillin. So if you did this, you fulfill your obligation. If you want to put Tefillin, there is no restriction. If you want to, you can do, but you have to say blessing, different blessing. If you went to the bathroom, come back, so you have to say another blessing, basically.
So another thing is that, for example, we were talking about the mezonos earlier, that we can combine mezonos and half a kazais of bread, or less than a kazais of bread, and we can make Birkas Hamazon. So
Yes.
I told this to one of the rabbis at the kollel, right?
Yeah.
And I told them, for example, he meant cake, cookies, stuff like that, right? You said
Yes,
bread,
yes.
bread oriented. He was shocked by this psak. He didn't know what this psak was. So I'm confused. Are there two different opinions on this, or everybody agrees?
I mean, Baruch HaShem, we don't have anything that everybody agrees. So there's always the rabbis who come with different opinion. So, but basically they come with different opinion that in technically you can rely on their opinion in the case of the need, if it's like a respectful rabbi. But basically, so we're just saying on the camera so people understand the whole situation. So I just quickly do the summary of what you said. So that the person had less than kazais of bread. So he's obligated to wash his hands. Let's say if it's everything that he has, so he washed his hands without blessing because it's not enough, and he does not have Birchas Hamazon. That's because he does not have enough bread. So basically, if he had like I don't know, half of tomato, a quarter of tomato, let's say this is bread. So and this bread plus tomato in enough to say Borenu Fashos. I mean after blessing, that's what he says. You understand? So we add bread to the tomato because it's not enough for Birchas Hamazon. But we cannot add the tomato to the bread. But if you have cake, right? So or other like we call it things from the bread family. So things from the bread family, which is made from the same dough, right? Same dough, but the only difference maybe in that dough they added some sugar, extra sugar. They added honey. They added I don't know whatever they added, some things, right? Some vanilla, whatever they added, right? So that's the only difference. So as we said before, if you ate 8 ounces, about as this rabbi, like if you ate 8 ounces, do you bench of this cake? It's a pure cake. So why would be so? Why he was surprised? I'm not sure about it. But ask him this question. It says clearly. So if you had, not everybody agree. The second opinion, I gave you the easiest opinion, right? The straightforward, the opinion that easier to follow. This 8 ounces, right? There is different opinion. I can tell you if you want. So, but so he had this piece of bread, less than kizais. Kizais, we said 28 grams, 1 ounce, right? And he has a cake, extra cake that together with the bread is going to be 1 ounce. So of course he washes the hands. He eats this bread. He eats this piece of cake, and he said Birchas Hamazon. There is no problem about it. I'm not sure why people get confused. Okay, so that's the most straightforward way. So the second, like just so you know, like the second opinion about this, that they call shiur siuda. How much is the siuda? So they basically said if siuda in that specific country for this specific age group for this specific generation. So basically what they say, the guy is I don't know, 6 feet tall, 6.5, 70 feet tall, like 300 pounds guy. For him, shiur siuda is going to be different for 100 pound, like 12-year girl, right? It's different. So for her, like few cookies would suffice. So she finished the whole meal and had coffee, right? But for this guy, for this huge guy, it's like it's not enough. So one opinion is like it depends on the generation, on the country, on our age group and stuff like that. Okay, but simple opinion. So like for like medium person, like we all like normal people, not too small, not too big. So 8 ounces. That's why I gave you that more like to opinion that easy to follow. That's it. So that. Okay, Israel, go ahead.
Yes, I came to the same problem of the breakfast in the morning. So I write this question: when are you allowed to breakfast, after the Shema or after the Shacharit service?
No, okay. All right. So in a simple words, simple halacha is you're not allowed to eat until you pray, until you finish your morning prayers. So some Shulchan Aruch says, so if you need some coffee, some water, so I'm trying not to drink water unless I cannot speak. Like I know that I would not be able to finish my prayer. So it's like maybe once in 3 months, 4 months, I would drink a little water, right? But if a person like he's weak and he needs coffee, even with sugar, and that's what he can do. You understand? But eat only if you're sick, if you're fragile, right? If you cannot move and stuff like an elderly person, sick people, so they allowed to eat, but a little, and not mezonos, because mezonos make you like haughty, basically.
This what would be the prayer, Modéani or after Shema?
No. Completely finish your morning prayers completely.
Shacharit?
Shacharit, yes.
Because I ask this because my health condition is not so good, so I tried and I don't resist. So
okay. So if that's what we said. So if you're sick and you cannot pray without eating, so they allow you to eat, but the minimum that you require.
The minimum would be after Shema or what?
Yeah. You're right. Okay, I apologize. Yeah. So I apologize. So you say Shema, it's minimum like you say morning blessings. I mean, you say Shema, and then you can eat and drink.
For example, after Shema, I would drink coffee. That would be
coffee.
Fine for me.
Yes, I mean coffee. Yeah, you can even drink it before. I mean, proper way. If you can hold, it's say it after Shema. You're right, 100%. So, but some people are so weak, they cannot move. So we allow to them even before start praying.
Oh yes.
So the thing is that so you can before the prayer, if you need to, if before starting any prayer, if you need to very much, you can drink. But if you can hold after the Shema, so I mean, like say several minutes, so okay, hold it.
But in the near future, Beezrat HaShem, when my condition is better, the ideal would be after Shacharit, breakfast and everything.
Yes.
All right. And the second question is korbanot only for Kohanim?
No. Everybody say korbanot. Everybody.
But this
okay. So one second. Step back. I'll go to explain. So these prayers are instead of sacrifices. So since we don't have a Beis HaMikdash, so you're studying these topics. It's like you're bringing the carbon. So everybody is obligated to bring carbon. Kohanim and not Kohanim. Kohanim, they do the job, but the other people they give money, half a shekel, right? Every year there's the obligation to give half a shekel, and they put in communal funds, and then from these funds they buy the animal for sacrifice. So basically everybody participates. So, but the physical job is that by Kohanim. That's the only difference. Yes.
But this korbanot prayer will be only in shul or even at home?
No. I mean, as we said before, like we discussed before with David. So the best is say it at home. So before you go to shul, because many shuls, since they rush to work, so they skip it.
Oh.
I mean, they make sure, like pretend that they say, but we know that it's possible to say in 3 minutes. Something that it takes half an hour.
And the last question is a little off topic about the Yiddish pronunciation. It's better to use this to avoid the use of Lashon Kodesh?
Yeah, you mean Yiddish better than Lashon Kodesh?
For example, when I say Shabbat, I have some doubt if I must say Shabbos instead of Shabbat. If some melacha or some...
Oh no! There is no. There's nothing wrong with this pronunciation or that pronunciation. So one is Sephardic pronunciation,
Yes.
They said the T, we say S. That's it. It's not Yiddish.
And here in these classes, we should we use Shabbos instead of Shabbat? Maybe.
Okay, so yeah, so all in all of the books that we read, so it says Shabbos, and it's easier for me to say Shabbos instead of Shabbat. I mean, when in my morning class we have mostly Sephardim. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't remember. So after some time I just quit. I stopped to accommodate. I mean, they understand me. I understand them. That's good enough.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, in a sense. So basically, there's no difference the way you pronounce. We don't know which way is right, which is way wrong. Even they say our way is right, you know that maybe our way is whatever, but it doesn't make any difference. Yes, David, please.
And also, it's halacha to get what's it called, a haircut before Rosh Hashanah, correct? I heard that. That's what I heard. I heard it's brought.
I mean, halacha. There is only halacha, as I told you, to listen to the shofar. This is the only halacha. Other things, there are many minchagim. So I didn't cover any minchag. There is a certain foods that you eat, and you say this blessing before you eat. Let it be like this, because this word is like carrots. It's like, I don't remember, like enemies. This enemy, like this blessing should be on us. That blessing, it's like all the minchagim. But if you want to take short haircut, I mean, it's basically the thing is, if you look presentable, and I mean, seeing on which video you look presentable, so you don't have to take the haircut. So basically, it's a day. Rosh Hashanah is a time where you stand in front of the king. So when you stand in front of the king, you must be presentable. That's it. That's the only. If the guy has a long hair or it's not nice, of course he has to take a haircut. Haircut.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. All right, Israel, that's it. We're done. All right, no problem. So thank you very much. So good night, and until tomorrow. So tomorrow we are the only option available for us 4 p.m.
Understood.
Beezrat HaShem. Right. So till tomorrow 4 p.m. Beezrat HaShem. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for learning. Thank you. Bye.